interesting question, and funnily enough, I didn't really mind if someone could access it. And I'd also like to give you a story in South Africa. And so it's really important to get into the habit of protecting everything that you have. So the biggest shift that we've seen in South Africa is that cybersecurity is only now becoming a business priority with the privacy laws and the huge risk attributed to breaches. There's huge reputational damage, the loss of trust with your customers and your employees, revenue losses. So security and privacy is of the utmost importance. And with the South African Information Regulator handing out fines for companies and organizations who don't adhere to the POPI Act, which is the Protection of Personal Information Act in South Africa, organizations need to take it seriously. They need to take ownership. They need to safeguard customer and employee information. And from a Zoho standpoint, we have gone beyond the standalone applications and products. We've created a workforce security solution or platform that brings all different aspects, from a secure browsing experience with a Zoho ULA. We've got the password management, the Zoho Vault. We've got your multi-factor authentication with Zoho's OneAuth. We've got the identity and access management with Zoho Directory. And together with all these apps and this functionality, companies can really have a very secure and privacy conscious environment. Security becomes part of daily business operations. Even with Zoho Mail, we've got phishing detection built into it and baked into it. We've got breached password notification within Zoho Vault. And it's all there to help businesses and make business easier. It's seamless, it's consistent, and it removes the friction that typically slows down the adoption of these certain systems, but it's fundamental to businesses going forward into the future. So the biggest blind spot that we see is awareness and execution. Business leaders know, but they don't want to slow down the operation of the business. So they know that it's really important, but they need to try and balance the fact that it's a high priority with the fact that it might slow down operations. But if there's a breach, then the effects are, hugely negative. So if you weigh the pros and cons, it's better to make sure that you've got a proper security and privacy conscious system in place. And it's probably one of the most underinvested areas in a business is your identity and access discipline, and also a comprehensive security and privacy awareness course. These courses need to be done frequently because most of the breaches happen based on human error or human negligence. Or just humans not understanding the different ways that these operators can get in and breach into the system. So passwords are living in spreadsheets, they're being emailed to colleagues, and the employee privileges into these systems are not as strict and secure. And so it's a massive risk to businesses. And one compromised employee account can halt the complete operation of the business. We've seen ransomware where businesses are held to ransom just because their systems are completely taken over. A customer data can be leaked, and it can really pull the brand name into disrepute. And it's a very, very long cycle to build up that trust again with customers. And in South Africa, trust and reputation is everything. And so that cost is far larger than the technical fallout or the slowdown of the business operations in order to implement a very strong security and privacy policy. pass keys are very important. They're not just a trend anymore. They are something that fix that human problem that we have. And in South Africa, businesses are warming up to pass keys faster than many people expect. And it's because it really does solve those pain points that have been there for many, many years. And it really does cut out risky password habits. It cuts out the experience of employees having to log in and remember passwords and two-factor authentication and the like. And it really also reduces the load on the IT support, having to fix things or support the staff through that sort of process. And I do think that they will reshape the landscape completely. Businesses see that authentication and a secure, frictionless type of logging in is very important, and going back to the old way of doing things will just slow things down. And as mobile adoption keeps growing, pass keys just naturally fit in to that ecosystem. They're the first real step that makes passwordless more of a practical activity and not a theoretical one. So in South Africa, Zoho Vault is part of a unified ecosystem of more than 50 apps. So that's a huge standout feature that businesses can take Vault and plug it into more than 50 other applications and have it really baked into their business operating system. And businesses value reliability and simplicity. And so the fact that Vault delivers that in being able to plug in and connect into the Zoho apps, into third-party apps, as well as being baked in to the applications, that's security by design, and it's not a simple add-on that you have to add on into your systems. The biggest roadblock that I see is the assumption that compliance is a one-time project. It is not. With the POPI Act, like other privacy regulations and laws, it's ongoing. Also with your SPAs, your security and privacy awareness, that's also ongoing. Companies would need to be doing that at least once a year, and also updating staff on any new type of breaching methods that come out during the year. And businesses often underestimate the operational discipline required to consistently protect personal data, especially when it comes to who has access to that information. Having a password manager like Zoho Vault changes the game. It provides clear, visibility over access, credentials, are unique and strong, and enables audit trails and can really demonstrate compliance. And it's an advantage. Having that tighter control gives you less risk and the confidence that you can prove that your organization is adequately put in systems to protect personal information. And that's exactly what privacy laws require. If there is a breach, they're going to come to you and they're going to say, what things and steps and policies have you put in place to protect? And if you've put all of that in place, then there's no way they can fine you for any sort of negligence. Interesting question, and funnily enough, I once thought of using the password, and it was years ago, and I was putting it in and I stopped and I thought that, what is the implications of putting in a password into a system that I thought I didn't really mind if someone could access it. But over time and learning everything that I learn and know today, it's so important that it becomes a habit of putting in strong passwords, because there are criminal organizations out there that are collecting and aggregating lots of data on every person. And I'd also like to give you a story. In South Africa, the credit bureaus, two of them, Experian and TransUnion, had data breaches, and collectively more than 60 million records of data has been leaked onto the dark web. And this consists of people's names, their residential addresses, their email addresses, their phone numbers, their employment information. And so you can imagine these criminal organizations are collecting everything, and with obviously the developments of technology, and now with AI, they're in a really good position to be able to trick you, trick your family members, or even trick your colleagues. And so it's really important to get into the habit of protecting everything that you have, because now also vocal biometrics is being leaked, facial biometrics is being leaked, and now with deep fakes, people are even being able to impersonate you, even in online meetings and on phone calls. And so it's quite easy nowadays, if they have all that data and information, to simply connect with a colleague or a family member and ask them to transfer money. And we've seen examples of this. And so it's vitally important to get into that habit of using password management tools and really protecting your personal and private information.